Even well, it follows on from last week's show. Remember, we did the Cotswold Life Food and Drink Awards 2013.
Yeah.
Well, one of our guests last week was Lucy Cordery from Corinium Ales.
Was indeed. We had a great interview with
yeah, and they won
Lucy.
the best. They won the award for the best food and drink product of the year, which was their Centurion Stout. And she said that it was available in various sort of farmers markets and so on, but also at Chedworth Villa. Well, by complete coincidence, over the bank holiday weekend, as a family, we all went to Chedworth Villa and to see what sort of events and things they got going on there. And it was there. It was
Really?
the Centurion Stout.
Well,
So-
of course, with that name, do you remember she said that it
Well,
was
yeah.
the Roman
Yeah.
play on Cirencester, and
Yeah,
of course
yeah.
Chedworth being Roman.
Yeah, yeah. And I thought, well, here's an opportunity. We'll have a live tasting on air.
Fabulous idea.
So there we have. You can't see them, faithful listeners.
They're very nice bottles as well. Black labels.
Black labels. Don't
shake
Don't
it.
shake it, because if you remember, she said that the
Yes.
yeast drops down to the bottom. So I've done as I've been told. I've kept them upright, and I have slightly chilled them. And we're going to have a live tasting at 6:00. So we're going to phone Lucy, and we're going to crack open a couple of bottles of Centurion Stout live on air. And Lucy can talk us through the finer points of
So there'll
their
be about 5
award-winning
minutes. 5 minutes of silence while we drink. That's good radio, isn't it?
Yes.
We'll have to play a Roman drinking song or something. I don't know.
Yes.
Are there any Roman drinking songs? Maybe you know.
Oh goodness, there's
Maybe
a
you
thought.
give us a call on 0844 880 8265. Have you been in the legions? Give us a call. We want to know your experiences.
Yes.
Have you been based at Chedworth? Anyway,
Yeah.
did the Romans drink beer? I know they drank
I'm
wine.
Sure they did.
drank wine.
If they didn't in Italy, I'm sure they did when they came over here.
Yeah,
and, did their pillaging and whatnot.
Orgies.
Yes.
Niels.
There we
Something
go,
like
like
that.
that. It looks all right.
So we have to pour it with care because it has trub.
It has trub in the bottom. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Trub being the root of the word
yeast
trouble. Trouble
Trouble?
comes from trub. I hope you realise that.
No, I do
I'm
now.
a linguist, you see.
You are, yeah. Fantastic.
So we're pouring it now. This is great
Pouring it
radio,
now.
isn't it?
Yeah. Is it looking nice and dark, and is it get it? You've got a bit of head on there, have you?
Yes. Yes, it's looking very dark and nice head and
Yes.
lots of bubbles.
Good
Lots
head
of
on it,
bubbles, yeah.
maintains
but
its... Yeah.
jet black. I'm holding it up to the light, and it's
Yeah.
it's
You get a
nothing's
bit of
coming
a-
through.
bit of
Sort
a
of slightly
ruby-
orangey. It's ready.
ruby
Yes,
red
yes,
coming
round the
through.
edge.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And what sort of tastes? What sort of aromas should we be?
Aromas.
What,
You're getting a sort of chocolate aroma?
Very chocolatey, yes. Do you have
Yeah.
chocolate malt in there?
Yes.
That
Well
gives the
spotted.
colour. Pardon?
Well spotted.
Yes, obviously.
Well, remember Neil is a
brewer.
He is a brewer, yeah. So
remember.
yeah, he's coming out with all the lingo and everything. He's just showing off.
Smells very
I know
good.
I
very
know
good.
nothing. I just know how to drink it. I don't know how to
Yeah,
make
well,
it.
that's an important part.
Oh, that's very good. That's very nice. Very
Yeah.
chocolatey. It's almost
It's-
hot chocolate, but cold
it-
and not.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Do you know what, though? These beers are funny. And, well, I think, that's the thing with real ale and with any kind of decent product, I think, is a lot of it depends what mood you're in as well and what you've had to eat beforehand, can affect the taste of, your drink.
Yeah. Yes.
So
That's
today,
fabulous,
I would-
Lucy. That's
Huh?
that's fabulous.
You're enjoying that?
remarkable.
Good.
It's remarkable. It's
Good.
really remarkable, and I
Oh.
would recommend to everybody to go out and get some because it's remarkable. Really,
Thank you.
Just remind our listeners whilst we take a few more sips where they can get it.
Okay, yeah, they can buy the stout and the other two if they wish at the Cirencester Farmers Market. That's every second and fourth Saturday of the month, and that's in the morning only. So that we're there till 1:00. There isn't one tomorrow. The next one is the 14th of September, so that's the second Saturday in September. You can also buy them, as you mentioned, from the National Trust Chedworth Roman Villa shop. Favourite Beers in Cheltenham, they stock some of our beers as well. It's a little independent beer retailer. Fantastic shop, actually. It's a treasure trove. You go in there and you'll spend a fortune.
Right.
That's in Cheltenham, is it?
You know, there's so much choice in there.
Where is it in Cheltenham?
Now, that's a good question. He's not far off the top of the high street, actually.
Near the home brew shop?
He has got a website. Pardon?
Near the home brew shop, or?
No, it's not near Pops.
Well, we'll find it. It'd be interesting.
Yeah.
You know, it's nice to be able to try these things instead of just going to the supermarket and picking off a 6-pack of Heineken or Carlsberg or Guinness.
Yeah.
I think it's really great that one can go and try some different beers. And some of the supermarkets are getting better at it. I went into Morrison's and just picked off. Funnily enough, I don't think they do it anymore. It was a Heather Ale by a Scottish brewery.
Yes,
and it's absolutely delicious.
Yeah.
And you think, well, you know, why are we? You know, there's all this hideous mass-produced stuff that comes. You know, it's not even brewed in the country it's supposed to come from. I mean, Beck's. In fact, Beck's is German, but everything else is brewed in the UK. Yes. And it's not right.
No, I think a lot of these bigger breweries that supply, you know, a lot of the supermarkets, I think, you know, they've seen what's happening in the microbrewery world, and it's quite interesting because a lot of them are remarketing themselves and buying themselves small setups, so little what they're calling craft brewery units. I won't name and shame anybody, but you know, I mean, why not? But so a lot of the bigger breweries are now doing what they call their own craft beers, and using, you know, American hops or, you know, IPAs. You know, hoppy beers are very popular at the moment.
I recently tried Brewdog. You know, the IPA. I thought it was fabulous as well.
Yeah.
Really,
I mean,
really
Brewdog
lovely.
are pretty amazing, actually.
They are, aren't they? But this is just wonderful. Your brew is just great. It's something else, you know. It's it's got a lot of character, a lot of flavour there.
Yeah.
And well, there's so go on.
Yeah, there's chocolate malt in it, and I mean most beers have Marisotto or, you know, a pale malt in them as their base, and then you build on that depending on what colours and flavours you want. So. Yeah.
Is that your formula with this beer as well? Same thing?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Well, that's great.
I mean, I was at a new initiative called the Friday Food Fair today at Lechlade Garden Centre. There was about 15 different stalls, and I was selling my beer there. It's once a month, the last Friday in the month. And it's between 10 and 2. Give it a bit of a plug.
Yes.
And you know, again, I get mixed reactions to the dark ale because, you know, people either really love it or they're just not sure. They try it and they think, oh yeah, that's I really like that. Or some people are just like, no. But that's what it's about, isn't it? It's providing something.
Well, I certainly think that's a case
strokes, different folks.
Yeah, the case with stouts because they are. It's not just a dark version of, you know, a regular beer. I mean, it is a very distinctive taste, and you know, tasting you know, most people's experience of stout will be Guinness.
Yeah, exactly. That's what they all talk to me about. Yeah.
And I don't think I tasted Guinness when I started drinking, you know, lagers and so on, and didn't like it, and even now it's very rare that I will positively choose a stout over a lager, but that's because the taste is quite sort of manufactured and processed.
Exactly, yeah. Yes, that's the word.
But this certainly doesn't taste like Guinness. This is really delicious.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Yeah.
Lucy, I was wondering, obviously you've got a great product there. Well, you talked about expanding and everything. You must be looking for outlets. I mean, you're always looking to sell, I suppose, more.
We are always we're always interested in other outlets. I think probably at the moment we probably have as much as we can cope with.
That's very good,
because
isn't
of
it?
our size,
Yes.
because we're so tiny. You know, and my partner I mentioned last time, Colin, he still works full time as well, so you know he's involved with this heavily. But you know, we'd like to be in a position where he can give his day job up too. But you know, maybe next year, maybe the year after.
Wow.
So we'll see. But we're doing for November, which when we'll be a year old, we're doing a anniversary ale, and we're brewing that with some input and involvement from the local Campaign for Real Ale group. So they're helping us decide on a beer style, a name. They're going to get involved in brewing. They're going to get involved in cleaning. There's a lot of cleaning involved in the brewing beer. And they're also going to help us bottle it and label it and sell it.
Well, I tell you what, Lucy, it'd be great to have you back on when you're coming up to that point, so you can talk to us about it, and you know what if maybe you're making a special edition of a new beer, then you know to commemorate. Well, that would be great to have you on and talk about that.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I was when I went up to Chedworth with my family for one of your typical bank holiday weekend. What should we do with Granny? And I thought I saw it there, and I spoke to Seb, who was. He said, this is flying off the shelves, this stuff." And he said, because he got a little tally there, and he said we sold 20 odd bottles or something, which
Did he keep his tally in Roman numerals?
It was a 5-bar gate type of tally, but he was saying, I said, yeah, I know all about it actually, but he was a big fan.
I've sold M and C bottles. 1,500. Dear me.
Yeah,
get into it.
And so he said, "Oh yes, this is really." There's a lady in front of me bought a couple of bottles, and I bought some bottles as well, and they were very, very pleased.
Yeah, well, they did a Roman market back in May, the May bank holiday, the second one, and we went along there with a stall. We dressed up as Romans. I was in a sort of Roman Empress type affair dress, and Colin was in a Centurion outfit, and we're doing it again, I think, in September, the 15th of September. They're having a Roman market again, so we'll be there dressed up.
Well, we'll have to come and see you dressed up.
Come and see us dressed up.
Meet you in person. Yes, great stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
Lovely. Well, that's great. Thanks very much, Lou.